why staggering is important. I've just completed round 3. Things are still looking pretty round. What you're starting to see happen is this hexagon shape is starting to take place. That's because our increased stitches are basically being stacked on top of each other, and they're creating these little points. I've just completed round 6, and now you can really see the points, and you're starting to see the lines. Okay, so I finished off this version of the ball. You can see that sort of hexagon shape and these lines that are leading out to it, even on like the decrease side. So I've started a new one, and I've finished round 3, and you can just see the start of a bump starting to happen. So to combat that, I'm going to start staggering the increased stitches so that they are not stacked on top of each other. Round 3 was a single crochet and an increased stitch. So to keep those increased stitches separate, I'm going to start with an increased stitch, and then I'm going to count 2 and continue all the way around. With my staggered stitches, I've just completed round 4, and look, no bumps, all nice and round and smooth. So now that I am at the end of round 4, I want to stagger my stitches again because I don't want any stacking. So we started with an increased stitch last round. So I'm going to start with 2 single crochets and an increase. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, put in another stitch marker, and I'm going to continue around that way. Okay, so now that I've reached the end, I've got 1 more stitch left. So that's 1, and then the first 2 make up 2, 3. So now we have all of our increased stitches separated by 3 stitches, but they are staggered so that they are not stacked on top of the increases from the previous round. I have finished round 5, and we've got tiny little ridges here, but we're going to stagger these stitches again. They're just going to keep rounding, and you'll notice there are no weird lines happening here. Because we've already staggered them twice, we're just going to go straight and do 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, for an increased stitch. And you'll notice what's happening is there's a little point there. We're going to put our increase far, far away from that point. We are at the end of round 6. Really, really slight bumps here. Nothing too pronounced and no strange looking lines. I'm getting ready to go back in with my decrease stitches. I have decided to stagger these stitches so that they don't line up with the last round of increases that I did. And let me show you. So in this example where I stacked all of my increased stitches, if you follow this line, it actually corresponds to this line right down here. Keep the stagger going even after you've hit this middle section. So you can see from this one versus this one's a lot more round. It doesn't have this hexagon shape, and there's no weird lines coming out. Ta-da!